There's a truth about Leo that few ever speak out loud. You don't fall because your light fades. You fall because the world convinces you that your light doesn't matter. You were born under the sun carrying its fire, its warmth, its brilliance. Everywhere you go, people feel your presence before they even see you. You laugh and the air changes. You step into a room and suddenly everyone knows. You were born to shine. But here lies the hidden danger because people forget that even the sun has nights. They expect you to be strong, radiant, inspiring always. And when you're not, when you stumble, when your fire dims, it feels as though the whole world has betrayed you. Leo, your heart is vast and loyal. When you give without measure. When you love, you pour your entire soul into it. And that is why betrayal cuts you deeper than most. Failure doesn't destroy you, being ignored, overlooked, or betrayed does. Imagine standing on a stage, giving every ounce of energy to a performance, only to hear silence from the crowd. That silence echoes louder in your chest than any boo. It whispers that maybe your light isn't enough. Maybe your roar has lost its power. And that thought, that unbearable whisper, is what shatters you inside. You've always carried the weight of expectations. People rely on you to lead, to know the way to cheer them up, to carry their burdens. Leo will handle it. Leo will fix it. Leo will brighten the room, and often you do. But who brightens your world when your fire flickers? Who stands beside you when you're weary? So many times you wear the mask of strength, smiling while your chest aches, laughing while your heart breaks, pretending to shine, while inside you feel the slow collapse of a star burning too long without rest. And then there's your pride. You don't show weakness easily. You hate admitting when you need help because you're so used to being the one who provides it. And so you burn yourself out in silence, refusing to let anyone see the cracks in your armor. You tell yourself, I'm fine. I can handle it even when your body screams for rest. You mistake asking for help as failing, when in truth even the sun depends on the night sky to frame its brilliance. You're not meant to carry everything alone. Betrayal is your deepest wound, because you don't just let people into your life, you let them into your heart. You trust fiercely, and when that trust is broken, it feels like a wound to your very soul. You can forgive mistakes. You can even forgive anger, but deceit, disloyalty, that leaves scars that no apology can erase. When someone you called friend or family turns against you, it isn't just them you lose. It's the version of yourself that believed in them. And so you retreat. You roar less, you hide more, and the lion that once stood tall curls back into the shadows, licking wounds no one sees. But Leo, you are not meant for shadows. You are meant for sunlight. Betrayal may bruise you, but it cannot kill your fire unless you allow it. Your impulsive nature is another danger. You feel deeply, and sometimes you react before you think. A careless word, a fiery outburst, a moment of wounded pride can undo what you've built over years. You don't mean to destroy. You only burn so hot that sometimes you scorch what you love. And later, when the fire cools, you regret it. You wonder why you couldn't just pause for a moment, why you couldn't swallow the roar. But this too is your lesson, because true strength is not only in shining, but in controlling the fire so that it warms, not burns. Why does life test you again and again? Because you were born to be more than a performer. You were born to be more than a leader for others. You were born to be a leader for yourself. The world tests you not to break you, but to see if you can shine without needing the applause, if you can love without losing yourself, if you can burn without burning out. The brighter the flame, the more the darkness tries to extinguish it. Every betrayal, every silence, every burden is not punishment. It is initiation, a trial to transform you into the kind of warrior who doesn't just shine when seen, but shines even when alone. So, how do you protect your flame? First, you must learn to value the invisible moments of radiance. Not every light needs an audience. Do the things that make you glow from within, whether or not anyone notices. Write paint dance. Take walks in the sunlight. Laugh at your own jokes. These moments are not wasted. They are the fuel that keeps your fire alive. Second, remember that you are not just a giver, you are allowed to receive. Let others love you. Let others help you. Let others cheer for you without brushing it off. It is not weakness to be cared for. It is part of being human. Third, slow down your fire. When provoked, take one breath, one pause, one heartbeat before you react. Ask yourself, will this roar bring me closer to the life I want, or will it scorch everything I love? That pause is your true crown, the one that separates a raging fire from a steady sun. Care for your body as you would a sacred flame. Rest when you are tired. Eat in ways that nourish. Avoid overindulging in the stimulants that make you feel invincible for a moment, but drain you later. Your body is your temple, the vessel of your light. If you burn it out recklessly, the world loses your warmth too soon. Protect it fiercely as you protect your pride. When life feels heavy, reconnect with your roots. You carry the legacy of those who came before you, the love of family, the sacrifices of ancestors. Remembering them gives you a strength beyond ego, a strength that cannot be dimmed by betrayal or silence. Because no matter how alone you feel, the bloodline of courage runs through your veins, reminding you that you are not just one person, but the continuation of countless stories. Most importantly, see crisis as rebirth. Don't fear the moments of invisibility, the betrayals, the failures. They are not the end, they are the night before the dawn. Every fall is an invitation to rise brighter, wiser, steadier, because the true Leo is not the one who shines only when admired. The true Leo is the one who shines even in darkness, who knows that their flame is eternal, whether anyone sees it or not. Leo, if you are reading this, remember, your fire is sacred. It was never meant to please everyone. It was never meant to be endless sacrifice. It was meant to light your own path first, and by doing so, you light the path for others. You do not need to beg for applause. You do not need to prove your worth. You are the sun. Even when hidden by clouds, even when unseen at night, your presence sustains life itself. Whisper this to yourself now or say it out loud if you dare. I am Leo. My fire is unshakable. My light is eternal.